Alright, well, welcome to, the Sand Cruiser Yggdrasil. We're gonna be seeing this place quite a bit. As you can see, this is a pretty goddamn big, ship. We're holding our gears here, and we're really small. I kinda like this because they show, like, the size difference and stuff, so it's pretty cool. The only thing is, when you first get here, it's really intimidating because this place is really big. And I'm going to be giving you a little tour of the place so you know, like, where to go and stuff. Because when I first got here, I was intimidated as fuck. So, in here, this is the gear shop. So we can buy, gear items and gear equipment here. I don't know if there's any upgrades. We can check. Ah, there is upgrades, surprisingly. Okay. Will we upgrade? Oh, wow. Okay, I guess we will upgrade. Some of the upgrades come pretty fast in this game. I'm not really a big fan of that because, like, you just buy, like, stuff from before and then you gotta buy more stuff and more stuff. But luckily, I grinded, so I have the money for this stuff. So we can buy... Oh, he doesn't get a new frame. So, there we go. Actually, I want to check the equipment. So I actually gotta talk to him again. My bad. But, weapons. So we have a snapper whip. That's a lot of money for 2 attack. I don't know if that's really worth it. We're gonna hold off on that, probably. Okay, so response for, for gears. Response is pretty much your evasion, I believe, yeah. Because, later in the game, I'm gonna be buying magnetic coats, so I'm not gonna waste money on response circuits. I'm gonna be buying magnetic coats later on in the game. Magnetic coats are so great. Like, they're really good. Because they make your evasion really high, so a lot of attacks end up missing you, which is really good. So I'll probably be buying those later. I wouldn't recommend buying stuff like this where it's just upgrades in certain areas because you're never gonna stay in a certain area for too long, so they end up being useless. Got increased defense, which is pretty good. Prevents slow status. I'm probably not gonna use any of those, but it's there. But I'm not gonna buy anything right now because we don't really need too much. Later, magnetic coats, definitely. So, nothing too crazy about here. You know, I gotta say this, I really missed doing, like, not blind LPs, because I love being able to talk about this stuff and being, like, knowledgeable about it, and being able to explain, like, everything and stuff. I know this doesn't look like it, but this is a door. I feel like I'm tripping over my words a bit too much, I'm sorry. But anyway, in here we have a little rest area, as you'll see in a bit. So we can actually rest here, which is nice. Actually, what was I never healed from before? Because if I wasn't, I'm kind of surprised. Let's check our health. I was never healed. Wow. Satan has been on the ship for like half a day, and he was never healed. He was never, like, brought in to take a little rest. So that's great. Alright, got that done. I don't think we need to go into every room, but there are a couple of places I do want to show off because they are relatively important. This room will become, like, our little room later on in the game. So we'll be seeing that room a couple times in the game. I believe this door here's the nurse's office. This is another door towards the resting room, so we don't need to go in there. It's a little intimidating when you get here because it's so big. But it's not too bad because we're in here. We're in here a lot throughout the game. This is gonna be a big place throughout the game, so it's not like you're not gonna get used to it. I got used to it pretty quickly. But here you can talk to Mason. He'll sell you some items and stuff, which is pretty cool. He'll also give you information, I guess, if you listen to him. I'm not even listening to him because I'm a jerk. Okay, so you can buy weapons and accessories here. Let's see. What do we got here? Speed ring. It's pretty good. But nothing too great that I want. Guardian ring I can see would be good. I'm sure it's better than stamina ring. I don't think I need any items. I think I have a sufficient amount, but let's check anyway. Yeah, I'm having so much fun because I can just talk about all this stuff and it's fine. I like explaining stuff and talking about it and just like going about it and playing. I'm wondering if that's like really boring for you guys. I'm sorry if it is, but I'm having fun like explaining everything and stuff. So I do recommend getting Omega Salts. They're pretty much like the Hob Jerkies, which like you heal outside of battle, but these heal everything outside of battle. So, and they're only 50. I don't know why they only sell them for 50. Even though it's outside of battle, you can just go into a battle and just pop one of those in your mouth and you're good. You're ready to go. So, I recommend picking up a few of them. I'll grab 15. I don't think I need too much right now because I'm feeling pretty good. Oh, Zeta Souls. Let's buy 4 of those. Those are revives. Okay. We don't need to go downstairs. There are 2 rooms down there and the engine room. You'll see those later on, but for now they're not really important. That's about all that's down there. I would show up the engine room, but I don't think it's too important to show off right now. I have gone down there. Like on my first playthrough, I explored this whole ship. And I was just like, yeah, okay, I got it. But the bottom floor is pretty much it. That's it. Up here is just the captain's quarters. So, or like the base of operations or whatever you want to call it on a ship. I don't know what you call it on a ship. The command room. This room. That's what I'm talking about. But downstairs is everything else. All the rooms. We've seen it all already, but it can be a little confusing at first, since you don't have someone explaining it to you. But you'll see all the rest of the rooms later. They will become important later. Like you'll see them. So anyway, let's talk to Bart. Actually, we're almost at my hideout. We're almost at the hideout. We'll probably stop there for a while for supplies and repairs. Now, I don't think I'm gonna be recording that much today. Because, there's a certain point I want to stop. Because I want to grind death blows. Because that's the point where I grind death blows. So I'm gonna stop at a certain point. I'm not gonna go my usual 2 hours. I'm gonna grind death blows. Because that needs to be done, so I don't have to do it later on in the game. Because once you do it once at this upcoming part, you're done for the entire game, and you won't have to do it again. Unless you want to do it for other characters, which isn't really necessary. But, anyway, if you thought Yggdrasil was big, well, welcome to Bart's hideout. I bet you're wondering, where the fuck do you get all this money? They explain that. Actually, I think they explain it relatively soon. I'm not really expecting this episode to be that, or this set of episodes to be that long. I think it's gonna be like an hour at most, maybe. But we'll see. It depends on how long the conversations are. I don't really remember too much of this part, so it could last even longer. So it could even last 2 hours. I don't even know. So it could be a 2-hour session, and I might not realize it. Welcome back, Bart. Welcome back, everyone. Yeah. Bart, what'd you bring us? Well, I've got a new model gear and 2 people that we helped out. Eh? A gear? How boring. Don't you have anything more interesting? I thought you'd say that. Look! This is amber I found in a stalactite cavern under the desert! Yeah! It's rare to find one with a bug in it. Wow! Thanks, Bart! We got some amber. They even gave them the noise. See, that's the touches I'm talking about. They gave them the collecting treasure noise. And those are just random kids. I don't know why I find this stuff so cool, but it is. What's that? Let's go. We gotta show it off to everyone. Well then, I'm gonna tune up my gear a little. Why don't you 2 go have some tea with the old Mason? Or old Mason. Thanks, old Mason. Please, walk this way. Walk this way. And take a little drink. If you look at Satan's face, he actually looks kind of like a rat. He looks like he has a mouse face, which is pretty funny. This is the residential section. Walk this way. Walk this way. I don't know why I keep saying walk this way, but okay. I'll walk this way. That reminds me of a Eureka 7 title. I forgot what it was. I know it's something similar to that. It's totally something similar to that, because we just watched it recently. And I definitely remember that. This is the dining hall. I'm sorry it is so gauche. Gauche, sure. No one ever says that word anymore. So the residential section here. We actually never go to this this hideout very much, so you don't have to memorize this place. Please take a seat. Get some coffee mugs. Well, it's tea actually, so he's gonna be serving us tea. Watch how they serve this tea actually, it's pretty funny. Perhaps you would like some of my famous tea, Master Fei, good doctor. I think it like just lifts itself and... No, it doesn't really... Okay, oh yeah, it's the cups. The cups fly. The cups fucking fly. I remembered this scene for something. It was the cups. Young visitors are rare indeed. The young master must be very happy. If things were normal, we wouldn't be living in the desert, but rather back in the royal palace. Royal palace? You mean that young one is connected to the old Fatima destiny? Or destiny dynasty? Pardon? Pardon? No, I'm just a senile old fool who talks too much. Don't listen to me! Pay no attention to what I just said. Oh, fuck. But that one-eyed youth does have a certain bearing. Oh, well spoken, sir. Awfully good of you to notice. If I may, I would like to tell you. So he's gonna tell us the whole story after being like, oh, this is something we probably shouldn't tell to random people. These two random guys come in. Just tell them the whole story. No, it's not like we're part of a Vey or anything, so. The young gent is the last forgotten reminder of the once proud Fatima dynasty. That is, before it was destroyed by Shakan's minions. Prince Bartholomew Fatima. So yeah, he's royalty. That's why he has all the money. That's how he has all this equipment. Bartholomew. Edbart Force successor? Yeah, that's 4. I had to remind myself. I am sure they announced Bartholomew died of an illness 12 years ago. Officially, yes. However, in reality, we rescued the young prince from Shakan's evil grasp. I don't even know how this is a good voice for him. It really isn't. But, whatever. Then why must the prince, the rightful heir, resort to piracy? Dots! Since fleeing here, we have had only one wish. That the young master would grow up to be a great man. Not to reclaim the throne? That is correct. Of course, to say we have absolutely no desire to restore his rule would be a lie. We have plans for that as well. And part of those plans would include piracy. Well, yes, but there is a reason for that. Oh, we're gonna have a flashback. Flashback! Both the Vey, I'm not even gonna give him that voice anymore, this is important. Both the Vey and Kislev are devoted to excavating the ruins. Each country's strength is increasing daily. Even if we could get the help of all our comrades to start a revolution. The combined strength of all of us would still not be enough. We would certainly be suppressed by Shakan's guards in no time at all. We needed power. We tried excavating the ruins using the Yggdrasil, but it didn't work as well as we expected. Excavating requires tremendous amount of time, labor, and capital. The best we can do with our sand cruiser is find small items in the sand. And the piracy? Regardless of who gains the ruins technology, one thing is certain. I don't know why I want to keep talking in that voice. Both Kislev and Vey will simply use that power to oppress the other. I agreed with the young master's idea of creating a new power to balance things out a little. I see. It is far more effective to plunder from the shadows than to excavate the technology oneself. Of course, pillaging is unpardonable act. However, for Vey, for Ignis to continue like this, I'm sorry if it sounds rather self-righteous. That is something which outsiders like ourselves cannot comment upon. From what you have told me, I feel that the result of what you are doing will be good. Seeing your children here tells me that. Faye's just not gonna talk today. Faye's really just not gonna talk today in this episode. Like, fuck it. I'm just gonna be quiet the entire time. I am much relieved by your words. Another cup of tea? Yes, please. Thank you. Look at that! Flying cup! I love it. They didn't feel like animating the hands. I mean, back in the day, animating is not that great looking, so it's fine, but goddamn floating cups. You mentioned you had plans. Why have you not put them into action? With Miss Margie imprisoned, we dare not do anything. She would not happen to be Nissan's. You are well informed, my dear doctor. She is the great mother Marguerite, or Marguerite? I'll go Marguerite of Nissan, and the young master's cousin as well. Why would Shikan take her captive? For the Fatima Jasper. The Fatima Jasper that is said to show where a great treasure is? My good doctor, you do know an awful lot. I am most impressed. Here's have some more tea, even though Faye didn't drink any of it. You do not like my tea, Master Faye? No, I'm just not thirsty now. Why do you have to yell at him? They have an exclamation point at the end, so he's obviously yelling at him about it. Well, we have no idea what the great treasure actually is. But it is said to be strong enough to save our kingdom if it is ever in plight. And Marguerite has the Jasper that tells the location. Only half of it, to be precise. The young master and Miss Marguerite each have half. Only by combining the two halves will anyone know where the treasure is. I forgot this long scene is actually in this episode or part of the game. Crap. Shit! What exactly is the Fatima Jasper? When you say half of the Jasper, I imagine some kind of necklace. Only the heirs to the Avey and Nissan know what it really looks like. I see, so that is why they have her locked up. My guess is that when they do find out, her chances of living are not... I apologize. I was only supposing the worst case, so please do not take it to heart. No, that is a terribly realistic scenario. He's gonna lift up his cup and put it back down. I'm just gonna mention that every time. What exactly do you mean by great treasure? Well, I haven't the foggiest. The gear. He means the gear. It has to be it! I forgot you actually show up in this scene, Bart. There you are. I had to take my guess. I knew it was Bart the way the wording was. Young master, are the gears alright? Yeah. Even though they were sealed, sand's gotten into the joints. It's a pain in the neck to fix, so I'm having the crew take care of it now. My job is just to pilot them anyway. I'm glad you don't feel like working. Besides, I'm bad with machines, so I just get in the way. Young master. Have some tea. Are you gonna have a floating cup? Yeah, floating cup! Anyway, what were we talking about? Whether the great treasure could be a gear. Oh, yeah. You know, something like that is drawn in one of the Avey picture scrolls. Picture scrolls? Dots. Well, if you're interested, then let's go to the planning room. There's a planning? I totally forgot what the planning room is. I'll show you what I mean, since you're my special guest. That sounds interesting. Faye, are you gonna go? You're just gonna sit there. Okay, Faye, let's go. Oh yeah, we're in his hideout, so yeah, there's a planning room. I think I got lost here unless they show them walking there. They usually show them walking there. I guess not today. This is not the planning room, unless The kids are part of the crew. This is not the planning room. Maybe in here.